got a big week ahead. Tampa, playing good football right now, 3-1. I've coached with Todd Bowles at Miami. I've known him a long time. I think he's an excellent coach. He's doing a great job out there. Playing good defense. They're committed to the run on offense. Baker's playing good football. They're, +7 in the turnover ratio, which has been big for them. They're converting on third down. Defensively, they're stingy in the red zone. So, we got our hands full. This is a damn good opponent. So, but we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. Our guys will be ready to go, and this is day one. Questions?
With Baker, what's allowed him to have some early success?
Look, I just think, honestly, number one, I think what they're asking him to do in the scheme really suits him well. They're making a true commitment to the run. There's a lot of boots that are involved, play action pass, and when you're playing good defense too, man, that's right in his wheelhouse. He's very competitive like he's always been, and he's finding ways to make plays if it's not there. He's able to move in the pocket, eyes downfield, finds a throw. He breaks contain, and then look, when he's not going down now. He's not taking a knee. He's looking to run somebody over. So he is a competitive sucker, man. So they're doing it right. They're playing it right, and they present a nice challenge.
First-year coordinator from Seattle.
Yeah.
They obviously did good work with Geno Smith there too. How much overlap, I guess, do you see schematically to what you've seen from Seattle and Tampa?
I would say the runs and the runs, play pass, boots. There's a lot of similarities. I would say there's not near as much drop back as what Seattle's doing with Geno. Doesn't mean they don't have it. They still use it. But I would say there's a lot of core principles that are very similar.
Defensively, when they're so strong up the middle, just what challenge does that pose for an offense when you got to beat a Bay at White, and then you go back to Winfield even at safety? Just that middle is really strong for them.
Yeah, but Vita Vea is, man. This guy's he is something else in there. He's a big, powerful man. He's hard to move. He can push the pocket. So it does. I think just in the run game, it starts there with him, and then they've got length inside. That's Todd's always wanted to be able to do that. Take away everything that you're trying to run up the middle, and then keep everything bookended with your outside backers or OLB DNs, and then let your backers run. Cap it off, and your backers are fast. They can run. White and Levante. So, it's a challenge, but we got Frank too, so that's a good thing. But I think that a number of things that they do. Look, Levante David for over a decade now, or whatever that's been. He's got to be up there for takeaways. Punch out, strips. He's as good as you're going to find. His turnover tape over his period of his career is you're going to be hard pressed to find somebody better. So he's a takeaway machine. Winfield's a takeaway machine. And when you have guys that do it, they all start doing it. So they got long, athletic corners outside. This is a good defense.
One of the interesting comments Jared Goff said after the last game was he felt like that win showed that you guys are becoming a more mature team. I guess when you kind of break that down from your perspective, in what ways do you see this team maturing, especially here this week?
Yeah, well, I just think, we're still – look, when you have a young team like we do that you feel like is handling its business, it means they can have a good time, but when it's time to lock in, they lock in. And so there's an energy about it, but yet there's a focus. And so I just think that, man, when it's time to go, our guys lock in and they go. And when it's time to focus, we go. When we say that we're going full speed, we go full speed. When it's time to back off, it's mental focus, they're there. So I think they understand what it means to handle their business. And I think that's a credit to a number of guys we've had here, honestly. It's not just this year, but I equate that having Brockers here was a big part of that. I think Jamal Williams is a big part of that, certainly Goff and Decker and Frank. We've got enough core guys here that understand,
Alex,
what it's supposed to look like.
Just
mentioned Alex. Do you have an update on his parents? Are they back home? And beyond that, I mean, what was it like for him to play Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I really was unaware until after the game. That was the first time, and I didn't. We went through the whole deal, and then I called him night after the game. I didn't even realize I've been in this cocoon. That's a tough deal out there. I have not heard anything new on that. I don't want to elaborate on anything, but he felt, they were safe. It's just finding a way out. But that can't. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. And I know it weighs on him heavy. So that's a tough deal out there, man.
You speak a little bit to how he's played this year too. I mean, he's obviously playing a little more will, I think, and that seems to be suiting him well. He's having a really good year so far. So.
Yeah, he's versatile. He can play Mike and Will, and you could say, well, maybe he's better suited for the Will. Look, he's suited for Mike too, but I think to be able to put him over there and let him go a little bit, he's taken off. But I would say he's had 2 good years here, and he's on year 3, and I feel like every year he's played his best ball, and here he is in the 3rd year with us, and I feel like he's taken it another step. So he's an asset for us. He's a very instinctive player. He's an energy guy for us, and he's playing as aggressive as I've ever seen him. And it's a credit to Shep. It's a credit to him putting the work in, and it's a credit to the room, really. I mean, all those guys. We got a lot of faith in every one of those guys. I'm talking about all 6 of them, from playing on defense to special teams. I mean, it's a great room.
When you guys got Montgomery, did you expect
I'll come to you, Corey.
Did you expect him to be this much of a bell cow? Bell cow back with so many carries. And what do you think you can get out of Gibbs this week?
Yes, we did. I mean, that was the reason for that. To me, that type of guy is always going to be he carries the load. And the other one is the changeup. He's going to get plenty of touches. That doesn't mean those are carries, though. That could be in the pass game. That could be gadgets. That could be. But to me, you always want a guy who man, he can, if you need it, he can take on 20, 25, 30 carries. And he has been all of that and then some. He is a workhorse, and he is dependable. He is tough. He is quick. He's explosive, and he's a finisher. So I'm glad we got him.
And Gibbs this week?
Yeah, we'll see. He's day-to-day. There's a number of these guys. He and Branch are day-to-day. Feel a lot better about Saint, I think Saint will be out there practicing. Should be a little bit. But we'll just have to take it day-to-day.
In week 2, you guys saw Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and now you're looking like Mike Evans going to be trending towards playing this week. What type of challenge does Evans and Godwin present for your secondary?
Yeah, look, they're I think they're even different than what Seattle was, and those were good receivers. But, Evans is, Evans is a guy we AG and myself are both very familiar with, being in that division for as long as we were. But he's a true jump ball guy. He's got enough speed to get downfield, but then with that length, reach, he's got radar, so he can locate these balls that are back shoulder, high, jump. And Baker will throw it. Baker will throw it. If it even feels like it's a one-on-one, he'll lay it out there and give the guy a chance to go make a play, which I think that's huge. So anything down the field, and he's a problem. Anytime they get a one-on-one, to be able to do that. And then Godwin's playing. To me, Godwin is back to what Godwin was before his injury. You can see it. This guy is. He's back to playing really good football, and he's playing a little more outside, which I think suits him well. He's versatile. He's tough. He's tough in the run game too. So the 1-2 punch of those guys is, it's something we're going to have to be able to challenge these guys. We can't just let them run down the field. But our guys are competitive, man. Cam and Jerry on them. I like it. I do. But I think it's all encompassing. Got a challenge there, but we got to continue to do what we've been doing. We have to close this pocket in on Baker, and because there's so much play pass, man, we've got to transition into rush from run quickly, because this ball gets out quick.
They say winning is a lot of fun. How much fun is this team having right now?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you win, it's fun. It makes everything a little bit lighter. There's a little more peace to it in the moment. So yeah, everybody's enjoying it. But I think what you really enjoy it because you feel like you're putting in the work and it's paying dividends. So, yeah, I think for us, it's every week you come in and you want more. You want to just continue. You want to continue to try to stack them up and get better than you were, and so it's a good thing right now.
Dan, when you're trying to build the kind of program you and Brad are, and you start having some success, your coordinators are going to start generating some buzz. Not sure the fan base around here is used to that, but I'm curious what that's like for you. Buzz around the league, and names getting bandied about and that kind of thing.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even. I haven't gone there yet with that in this moment. I mean, I've thought about that before. I mean, I thought I was going to lose AG twice. And Ben last year once, but that was certainly at the end of the year. So I haven't really gone there in that moment. All I can tell you is they're both very vital to us and our success and everything to me that we've built and that I envision with players to coaches to staff to everything. Everybody's got a piece. Everybody's got a piece. Everybody's got a job to do, and you want them to be the very best at what they're asked to do. And I feel like we have that. So when you don't have that, you have to, you got to find the right guy that you put in those places when the time comes.
Do you think it reflects on what you're doing when there's that kind of interest out there and that kind of buzz?
I mean, look, I think they're outstanding coaches and candidates, and we got a good program going here. I'm not putting that on me. We're doing some good stuff here, and everybody's got a hand in it. So.
Sorry, one job. Real quick, is James Mitchell doing anything potentially long term?
No, he'll be. I mean, probably not. He's another one. I'd say day to day, he's probably lesser than those other two we were talking about, Branch and Gibbs. Yeah. They're day to day. We'll have to see. We're talking about starting both of their clocks, hopefully sometime this week, but we'll see. Yep.